The next transformation is from a compound sentence to a simple sentence. Now, in a compound sentence, you have a main clause and a coordinate clause. All you need to know is to contract the coordinate clause into a single phrase or a word. I'm going to give you an example for converting a compound sentence into a simple sentence. We must eat or we cannot live. So we must eat is a clause, we cannot live is also a clause, and or is your conjunction. So try to shrink or contract your coordinate clause. Your answer would be, we must eat to live. So I have contracted, or I have literally shrunk the coordinate clause into a simple word or a phrase. One more example. They were poor and often suffered They were poor and often suffered. So I'm going to convert this into a simple sentence. They were poor and often suffered. When I convert it, it becomes, or I can also have a complete sentence like, they were poor and often suffered great hardship. They were poor, often suffered great hardship. So when I convert, I can write, or I can convert it like this. Because of their poverty, they often suffered great hardship. So what I would like to make clear here is, always try to identify your coordinate clause and try to contract or shrink that into a word or a phrase. We must eat or we cannot live. I have shrunk it to we must eat to live. They were poor and often suffered great hardship. So instead of they were poor, I've made it because of their poverty, they often suffered great hardship. So as I told earlier, all you need to know is to identify a coordinate clause and then shrink it or contract it into a word or a phrase. And this you need to do when you get a sentence or when you get a compound sentence and you're expected to convert it into a simple sentence.